Ayo, what's crack-a-lackin' Challenger? I'm your host, James Morelan. Today, I'm supposed to be at school right now, but we're actually on lunch break. So I was able to leave for like 45 minutes. I've been walking around and they have a fish I want. So I'm actually gonna come back after school and come here and pick it up. I was thinking about picking him up now and just keeping it in my classroom. I have 1 hour left, but I decided I'll come back because I don't wanna stress out the fish and have it stuck in a bag while I'm in class. It's gonna be really cool. I've never done anything like this. I've wanted to do it for a while. But there's a really awesome fish they have here. I wouldn't have done it if they didn't have it, but gladly they do. So we're gonna come back after school and I might even vlog in school or something. But yeah, make sure you guys stay to the end of the video. That would mean a lot. The fish is right there, but I don't want to spoil it. It's in the title, but they look really awesome. But yeah. All right, so there's the pet store right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna drive back to school and I guess I'll pick up the camera then, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. There's my school. So I'm gonna leave here after school and go over to the pet store. But it's actually kind of crazy that I'm doing this. The fish that I'm getting is for my 150-gallon aquarium because that really needs some cleanup crews. But yeah, now I'm gonna just sit in here, eat the rest of my lunch, and then I guess go into school and spend the next hour there. All right, guys, so I did get some green Cory cats, and I've wanted these for a while, but one thing that I've noticed is they're not completely green. There's actually like a hint of gold to them. So Cory cats are like a really great community fish. They like being in big packs with each other. So they're like a really community fish. So I was actually gonna get 3 and have like a really small group, but I decided to get 5. So I have 5 new ones. I will be getting more Cory cats, but not this type. But this is gonna be a great starter for the 150. Hey guys, I am back and I just had school and I went to the pet store and now I'm back in the fish room. So guys, I'm going to be adding in the Cory Catfish, but I didn't really get a good picture of them. Don't worry, I'm gonna have some really great close-ups of them. Cory Catfish are honestly one of my favorite fish and I've really fallen in love with their characteristics over the past like 2 months, 3 months. Mainly because I have 4 albino Cory Catfish in my 90-gallon. They have so much character and they are very like beautiful. They swim together and they like mess around. It's kind of cool. I'll explain that later in the video. But I really want to start acclimating them. They are going in my 150. I did talk about the fact that I had kind of an algae problem and a mold problem in this aquarium, so I decided to get a fish that will help clean up the aquarium and also sift around the sand. The sand has gotten a little bad, so there is mold and a little algae on it, but one great thing about Cory Catfish is they actually sift in the sand. So they'll go around with their little bristles on the side of their mouth and actually clean and stir the sand up, and that's a great cool thing about them. They're a great bottom feeder. But let me just take them out of the bag and start the temperature acclimation. Alright, here we go. Oh my gosh, they do jump. That is one scary thing. So when I first got them, I wasn't aware that they can jump. And in this tank, every once in a while, they'll swim really fast up to the surface and go back down. That's just something I've noticed about them, and it's kind of crazy. Alright, so they're going in. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try setting them to the side or something. Alright, so I did get 5 Cory Catfish. I was considering getting 3, but then the guy at the store kind of talked me into it because Cory Catfish do way better when they're in a larger school. If you were to keep one of them alone by themselves and stuff, they wouldn't have as much character. They wouldn't really swim around. They wouldn't really be happy. But when you have them in a big group, they actually interact. It is so crazy. Like in my school of 3, as I was saying, they swim up to the surface. So what's cool is they're like sitting together and then one will go to the surface, they'll go back down. The other one will go to the surface, go back down. The other one will go to the surface and come back down. It is adorable and really cool. Oh my gosh, so the discus and the angelfish are kind of checking the bag out. So these guys are super awesome. So as I was saying before about the bristles on these guys, they actually have like barbs on the side of their mouth and that's what they use to sift around trying to find food in the wild. Oh, the angelfish was trying to eat them. Okay, the angelfish is used to being fed right there, so I guess it's kind of foul play. They're kind of in the area that he gets fed. But one thing is when you're getting them from the pet store, sometimes when you get an older Cory Catfish that's older and stuff and has thicker barbs, they can actually puncture the side of the plastic bag. Like, boom, that'd be horrible if you're driving home and then you just like see water leaking. So a lot of pet stores use a thicker mill plastic or they double bag it. In my case, they're just juveniles, so they're not that big, and their barbs aren't like fully developed, so I don't really have to worry about them puncturing it, plus there's a short ride home. So they're not super colorful right now, but I'll have to do some sort of update on Instagram or on the channel about their color because they're gonna look awesome. So also the fact that they are juveniles, they might be a little bit more sensitive to the acclimation process. Cory Catfish in general are usually sensitive. When you get new ones and you add them to your aquarium, they might not make it, so that's something you need to be aware of and you need to pay attention to. do. And also, just a little tidbit, so I did add a pirate ship to my aquarium. I just need to give you a huge thank you to everyone that checked that video out, and a huge shout out to the people that understood it. It was just a fun video. It was just me making like a decoration aquarium. I got some hate about it. I mean, it's something I really like, and I think it looks great. So, and also shout out to some of the people that actually did something like this. I got some photos on Instagram sent to me, so a huge shout out to that, and it's pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna feed the angelfish and the discus a little bit just so they're not like super agitated and really want to get fed. I'm gonna feed them over in the side, not right where the Cory Catfish are, so they won't get stressed out. Here is some food. Bon appetit. I think that's French. I speak German. I don't know French, so yeah. I'm really excited. So, yeah, the substrate is pretty dirty. I do want to see what they'll do. I'll probably take a picture every single day in the same spot and see how much they sift. So, when I first created this aquarium, I wasn't really thinking about getting Cory Catfish, but I did get a comment from a challenger saying that since I have so much sand in this aquarium, I should get Cory Cats or something like them so they stir up the sand and make it look pretty awesome. Alright, so I'm going to get you guys some close-ups of the Cory Catfish, of the pirate ship, and of the sand. Wow, these guys are awesome. And here's the pirate ship. Alright, so I'm going to be back once they acclimate a little longer. I want to make sure that they make it because they're really awesome. And while they're acclimating, make sure you drop a huge like on this video. It would mean a lot. It was kind of weird and sporadic that I did this because I wanted them for a while and I was at the pet store during my lunch at school and I was just like, I just gotta get them. You know? I wanted to get them during school, but the thing is, like, I have 1 hour left of the day, and, like, it is a pretty chill class. I probably could have just brought them in with me in the bag and not said anything. But since they are so sensitive, I didn't want them to be stuck in the bag for an extra, like, 2 hours or an hour 45 minutes, plus the drive home. And then by the time I get home, I need to do other things before I add them in, and it didn't seem worth the risk. And I do know the owners, I guess. They let me film in the store and look and tour and everything. So they gave me a lot of advice with Cory Catfish and keeping fish. And they said that these guys were looking really healthy and that I didn't have to worry about ick or anything like that. And that's why I'm not quarantining them. Although it honestly would be better to quarantine them and not risk it. And I am currently working on a system over there to work on quarantining my fish, but not yet. So I will have to keep a close eye on them and everything else in the tank. Alright, I'm going to let them acclimate, lower the lights and everything so they don't have to worry and be more stressed, and I'll see you guys then. Okay guys, I am back and now it is time to add them in. I couldn't find any scissors around the fish room, and the only pair I have are these super long aquascaping scissors, and the problem with these is that they can't really open that much. So I guess that's all we're gonna use to open up this bag. So what I was doing off camera was I set up this bucket, and this bucket has a net in it, and I'm gonna pour the fish inside the net. The water will go through, but the fish won't. This is like a really easy method of adding new fish to an aquarium so that you don't get any store water inside of the tank. Alright, just making sure everything is out, and now we have 5 Cory Catfish inside of here. And, alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last one, get out of the net. It's stuck in the net right now. There we go. I think his barb was stuck in the net a little bit. So these are my first bottom feeders for this aquarium. I only had my angelfish, my discus, neon tetra, and I guess I had a lot of snails, but these are my first fish cleanup crew for this aquarium. So right now 4 of them are sitting in one of the sides, they're sitting together. One of them scurried off into the back. So Cory Catfish can actually breed in your aquarium, and I heard it's kind of common. So I'm super excited for that. I'm not really intending to breed them. So if they do breed in your aquarium, they just lay it onto the glass or onto like leaves in the aquarium, and then the male and the female, you know. And then the eggs will eventually become Cory Catfish. So it's kind of a cool process. I don't know if I'll want to do it. Maybe this could be my first fish that's not a live bearer that I'll breed. I kind of want to breed plecos. If you guys can't tell the pattern, one of my favorite styles, or I guess types of fish, are bottom feeders. I really love plecos, and I really love Cory Catfish. And I like snails a lot, so I think it's just really cool. I mean, the fact that they don't really need their own food source, they rely on other things to live. I think there's something cool. Like, they take something that you think is garbage, like algae, and they actually use that as a food. So I just think that's really cool. Speaking of algae, let's drop in a wafer right into the aquarium. I don't really want to startle them, but they do need some sort of food. I do have algae, again, as I was saying, a lot on the floor and some of the wood. And the wood does have mold. I scraped off quite a bit, but there still is some on there. Oh, it's going right there. I don't know if you can see it, but oh, it almost landed on a Cory. That is kind of cool. They're so tiny. I didn't even realize that they were this. Oh, he's sifting. Sorry if it was out of focus. He's sifting. You can see the sand. Oh, it's gonna make the sand look super clear. That is gonna be so awesome. So this tank is definitely gonna be improving over the next couple weeks. He's just sifting. I don't know why that guy decided to go away from everyone. So Cory Catfish have like fins that fan out, so they kind of look, I guess, I don't really know how to describe it. Kind of like a dragon or something. It's weird, or like a bug. I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty awesome. I am so excited. So they're gonna grow up in this aquarium. I do have some emerald Cory Catfish, and those things got really big really quick. So it's gonna be nice to track the growth and development of this. That being said, I am planning on getting some of the main fish relatively soon, maybe within the next month. For those fish, I definitely want to quarantine them because I'm going to be getting so many so quick. I want to make sure that there's no chance, because I won't be able to go through each fish. Like for this, I was able to look at each fish I got, but when I'm getting like 5 different species and about like 5 or 10 or even 15 of those, it can really add up and can take a long time. So I do not want to risk it like that. And I do want to do some more work in the aquarium. So as you guys know, what I was trying to do in the fish room, like with all my other aquariums, is I wanted to work on this wall first. So this aquarium was finalized first, and then I moved on to this one, and now I need to move on to, I guess, my 60-gallon. That tank is pretty bad right now. A lot of the plants melted, just need some new lights and some new maintenance, and stick on a regular routine for fertilizing. Speaking of fertilizer, make sure you guys check out h2oplants.com. When you use the link down below, you will get 10% off your order, and it helps the channel and also helps me. I am going to probably replant this tank soon. Not really replant it and redecorate it. It's mainly just trying to spruce it up a little bit and adding a little zazzle, a little spazz, making it look cooler. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. And while you're at it, make sure the subscribe button is hit down there, and also the notification bell, so you know every time I post a video, and so you're not behind because sometimes YouTube doesn't show it. I will catch you all on the flippy flop. Make sure you watch the video on screen. That would mean a lot. And I'll catch you all on the flippy flop. See you all later. Bye.